Welcome back to the FC25 Everton Career Mode. We are in the business end of the season now. We are playing every remaining game. We have 6 to go in the Premier League. We have an FA Cup semi-final and 2 Champions League semi-finals. And hopefully 2 cup finals after that as well. But time will tell. We have the first of the semi-finals today. That being the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley against Preston. I've got to, haven't I, really? Nottingham Forest to start, and then the first of the 2 legs against FC Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Now, they, of course, beat us in the final league phase game by 2-1 after we took a 1-0 lead. So we know we can score against them. We equally know that they can score against me. The league table, I still have Manchester City to play, as well as Manchester United, Newcastle and Spurs. It is not an easy run-in for us in the Premier League. However, that said, we can go above City if we beat them. And if we win all of our remaining games, we will absolutely finish above City. But we don't know if we'll finish above Chelsea because they're 2 points behind me with a game in hand. So it is very nearly in our own hands, as the phrase goes, but at the moment, not quite. Saying thank you to those of you on the board behind me for your continued support. Sean Dolan, thank you not only for your support by showing your support in the YouTube comment section, etc., but for joining the Patreon at the VIP tier as well. Thank you, sir. You will be into the RTG when it begins very soon, actually, as a matter of fact. Adstar is up there as well as Brinst. Thank you both very much indeed for your support, specifically on stream for those two. Really appreciate it very much indeed. Right, Nottingham Forest to begin with, and then one game at a time, one semi at a time, and hopefully at least one final assured today. Drop the video a like, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any further content, because the vote for which team we use in the RTG is going to be coming up in the middle of next week, and you're not going to want to miss that. Are you? No. Right. Come on then. We might even upload over the weekend so that you guys get this season finished ASAP Rocky. So keep your eyes peeled for Saturday and Sunday uploads as well. Oh God, I hope there's more I hope there's a Monday upload, because if there's a Monday upload, I've made at least one cup final. Right, Forest first. Nottingham Forest have a strong team actually. 4-2-3-1. Guess who they got in goal? They signed him from Manchester City. They got Victor Gomez, Scalvini, Incapie and Rechia at the back. Danilo and Nicola Dominguez. Then Sigankov, Roger Fernandez, Elliot Anderson at cam, actually. And then Nzola up top, who is, on paper, the weaker link. The majority of their side are in the early 80s. Some even towards the mid-80s. But Nzola up top is about 78, I think, and was their highest rated and best option at striker. We're at full strength. So hopefully we'll be able to see Forest off. They're in 11th in the table though, and you saw from the last episode, specifically when we showed the table with regards where Arsenal were in the league, that it's a very, very tight midfield at the moment, and there's only really a couple of games worth of points at most separating those in the mid-lower table to those in the bottom of the European positions. So there's certainly not much difference between a number of sides at that level this year. Esposito's overhead kick saved early doors by the man playing back at Goodison Park for the first time since we sold him. Joshua back sooner rather than later. That probably would have been on its way to find Dovbyk at the back post. We could still find someone at the back post here with the free kick. That would be the plan. Yunus Musa. Dovbyk's there! But it's over the bar. It is all Ev so far. There we go. Good header by Ferguson. I had to switch to Esposito there. It didn't actually move to him. I would have... Oh, never mind. Oh! Artem! I was going to say I would have loved a free kick there. And I probably should have taken it. I can't believe... Please tell me it's a corner. It is. I thought Dovbyk had just skied that, but we should know better. The Dovbyk is better than that. It's going to fall. Sané might just get there first. He has, but Elliot Anderson has somehow been able to just float mid-air and get to the ball first the second time around. Good footwork from Sané, though, to recover possession. Pepperloop, Ferguson, Esposito. Little bit of footwork from him. Little fake shot. It was Ferguson's here. There's Dovbyk. Oh, tried the first timer. And Pickford's equal to it. It's still all Ev, but it's not going in yet. Full-blooded from Ibanez, but ball one. No, you don't. I'll look for Esposito here. Esposito look for Dovbyk, and on his left, Pickford makes the stop. Can't find that goal yet. Where's Mr. Ibanez when you need him? Not there. Branthwaite out to Sané again. That's not Sané, that's Ferguson. There's Sané. Dogbyk's in the middle. Dogbyk's up! Dovbyk! Looking for Dovbyk! God damn it! Still 0-0. Oh, lovely footwork. We'll put one back. And I get a little bit lucky with the physical engine there. Musa delivers well. And Dovbyk! God damn it, goal kick! There's space out wide here. It's a lovely ball out to Yunus Musa. He will just try and dart back. I get a little bit lucky. Esposito, is he going to be the man maybe? Or Dovbyk, surely from here. I can't score. Sané. If we attack the second half the way that we did the first, then surely by the law of averages, we have to score eventually. We've scored eventually, and it took less than 2.5 minutes. Sebastiano Esposito is the man again at Goodison Park. He loves a goal, doesn't he? Thank you. It's poor from Forest. They're giving it away. Defender is thinking about it. Yeah. Oh my God, Jordan. So many times in that sort of scenario where the defender just does that stupid thing where they don't close you down at all, I have elected to purposefully not score because I don't want... Oh my God, they can't help but give it back to me at the minute. I've purposefully not scored because I feel like it's cheap. But we've had a few BS goals against us recently, and live chat have said, you know what, Ches? Instances like that, the game is going to screw you over as much as it screws itself. So sometimes, maybe just take the goal when it's offered to you. I tried to on this occasion, and it still didn't work. Jordan Pickford pulled off a remarkable reaction save. Ramsdale has been very, very good for us. And we would have kept Pickford if it was almost anyone other than Manchester City that came in for him. But City were the side that did. They then didn't utilise him to the best of their ability. And have sold him on again. And he's proving to be quite the signing for Nottingham Forest right now. Although, at the minute, he hasn't been able to keep a clean sheet, and we have. But I wanted to wait until I finished that sentence. Show some pace. Has done. Got absolutely wiped out. But we take the advantage. And quite frankly, actually, I've just seen the time, so I don't have to score. It would be nice to. We don't need to at this stage to win the game. But goal difference isn't great comparatively to City. It might even be Chelsea's that we need to try and match. But ultimately, if the points keep ticking over, we'll be happy. Chelsea haven't kicked off yet against Middlesbrough. So they might not, they shouldn't really, against bottom of the table, drop any points there. But most importantly, we didn't. Rocco Simic for Preston, 5 goals in his last 3 games. That will be in this competition, because the game doesn't track stats from competitions you're not involved in. So they are from the FA Cup, not from the Championship. I don't know who Preston have had in previous rounds in the Championship. We have a fully rotated 11, as you might well expect with Bayern Munich on the horizon. They have a 5 back though. Osmajic up top alongside Simic. They're playing 5-2-1-2. Freddie Woodman in goal. Jack Watmore at the back. Adam McFadden is 77 rated and Northern Irish regen. So I presume actually it's just a youth academy prospect, not a regen or pre-gen. I don't know of any like late 70 potential Northern Irish centre mids off the top of my head. So it might just be a youth prospect. We have ourselves a 4-4-2, of course. That's my starting lineup as you see it there. As we say, fully rotated for this one, but certainly should be good enough. If it's not, we got the big hitters on the bench. Well in, Tim. Richarlison back from his suspension and is immediately in behind here at the beginning of the game, but Story has done well enough. Kerry's up for this. Kerry's up very well for this, and I can't get there. They used the hand for it here. Thank you, mate. Oh, I could just tell that was going to go bloody backwards. Hansen. Oh, it's Hansen. I thought it was Kerry. I saw the blonde hair. I thought it was the little winger. Wasn't. It was the tall, not very agile centre-back. Chaibi was off, annoyingly. Well done, Fares. Thank you. Not thank you. Yeah, no, thank you. I will cut inside. Find Tim. Tim? Tim! Effort, lads. That was moving as well. Good save by the keeper, Freddie Woodman, to keep that out. That was going from right to left and up and down. Would have been difficult to try and read the flight of it. Tim looking for Chaibi. A quick look for Richarlison over the top. Can he hold the defender off? No, Story is quite a tall, physical guy, so we're not going to be able to outmuscle anyone at the back there, or at least him with Richarlison, that's for sure. And apparently, James Garner can't shield the ball at all himself either. They aren't great, Preston, but you can't underestimate them because they've got themselves to the semi-final of the FA Cup. So they've got to be half decent as a unit. And quite frankly, after the way that Bruges played against us in the Champions League, I'm not underestimating anyone for the rest of time. Carey, back to Garner. James Garner is not having a good game. I love that. Well in, Fresneda. Raised his boot quite high to get to it, but no foul given. Chaibi looking for Richarlison in behind. It's a lovely ball. It's a superb goal. It's taken 35 minutes, but we do have the lead, and it was a good goal when it came. Little dink over the top. Richarlison is the man for the cups. Champions League or FA Cup, ball back of net. Garner again through the gap. That's worked well. Jimmy Garner. Straight at the keeper, unfortunately. Didn't really have to dive sideways at all for that. I was trying to find the far corner, but didn't get enough whip on it. It just kind of went straight down the throat of the man in between the sticks. They take their advantage there and then immediately lose it, looking for Fares Chaibi, who just doesn't have the agility or balance to beat a championship-level defender at the minute. McCann out wide. They'll try and find something before half-time here, Preston. And quite frankly, they might get it, actually. No, they will not. Well done, Mr. O'Brien. Took ages to break down the last opponent. But we could only get one goal then. We've got two now. Fares Chaibi on the end of Carey's ball. Daylight achieved and probably a place in the final two. There's Nader to Tim. Tim to Fares. Again? Yeah, you might well. I'm doing the same on the sideline, mate. What is that? Richarlison, 50p Ed. Christ! Right, corner then. Chaibi. Richarlison, good save. I'm going to try and knock this back across goal. Because last time I tried a header like that, almost in identical circumstances with Richarlison against Bruges, the goalkeeper pulled off a rather ridiculous save. That's taken a slight deflection, unfortunately, but it's going to fall as far as Ndiaye, who is going to let fly and isn't far away from adding a rather spectacular third. He's had a very much bit part role this season, Illyman, after being one of the main men, to be fair, for the first 3 seasons in this save. But unfortunately for him, we've just been able to bring in more quality, or higher quality players than he. More clear-cut, gilt-edged, guaranteed goal-level players, like Artem Dovbyk, most importantly. Carey. Back to Tim. We nearly scored a banger with Tim at the beginning of the game. We nearly scored a banger with Tim at the end of the game. But Freddie Woodman's had a lot to do, but most of it he's done very well. Mikolenko maybe to add a third. That'll be game. We will come back to Wembley for an FA Cup final. But I don't know who will play. It was City and, I want to say, West Ham on the other half of the draw. Was it? I don't know. City and West Ham? City and West Ham. Good. Manchester City then in the FA Cup final. Oh, wonderful. All right, good. Now Bayern in the bloody semi-finals of the Champions League as well. Doesn't get any easier, does it? Bayern have weakened themselves in January. They're still decent, but there are weak spots. Eric Dyer and Fukui is their go-to midfield partnership. They are on paper an easier proposition than they were in the league phase pre-January. But that's not to say that these 11 players won't turn up on 2 occasions and knock us out of the competition. We are going to be the favourites here. Wide to Malo Gusto and Frimpong again. Kind of helps that Yunus Musa is kind of a centre mid and wide man, because Frimpong is tucking very narrow the majority of the time. So Musa is used to working in central areas. David across to Musiala, and he's not going to miss that, is it? Jamal gives Bayern a 1-0 lead in the 15th minute. Advantage, the Germans. Eric Dyer. Jonathan David. And Jeremy Frimpong. It's not good. Oh! Thankfully, Ramsdale is good. Ramsdale is God. Still only 1-0. Dyer. Kratzig. Right, take their time now. Quite happy to see out this first half, Bayern at 1. That's not to stop them pushing for potentially 2. Frimpong's footwork is outrageous. I'm stuck on Jonathan David. I got stuck on Jonathan David trying to close down Frimpong. Zweinull. Scheiße. The halftime stats don't make good reading. 3 shots to my none. They're edging possession. We've had basically the same amount of passes and the same amount of accuracy, but Bayern have just been better than me so far. It's only quarter time, so to speak. Half time in leg 1, but so far not really shown any sign that it's going to get any better than it currently is. Lovely ball. Dovbyk in behind. Sharp turn. Artem Dovbyk. Well, I've had a shot. Wasn't worth waiting. Barely worth showing you, but I've had a shot. It's Frimpong cutting inside that is making a massive difference here so far. Musiala. Oh, little ball roll. Oh, I knew the extra pass was coming. Cool. You can't do anything in that situation. You tackle the ball and you get tackled before you can do anything with it. 3-0 Bayern, and that might be game over. But that one I feel like I couldn't really do much about. Forward to Pepelu. Sané. Dobbik's going. Dobbik's in. Taking his stride. Oh, Artem. At least show some level of physicality to shield the ball. A 2-goal deficit is overturnable. 3-1, I feel like we stand some chance. But 3-0, I think, is us dead and buried. So I don't see me keeping a clean sheet in the second leg, do you? After conceding thus far 5 goals against Bayern in less than 2 games. And it might be, soon to be, 6. It's not, but they do have a corner. A change made for Kuijov. Kemp on. It's Patreon player Stephen Kemp. Here's Eric Dyer. It hits well Cancelo, another Bayern corner. It's just relentless at the minute. No, oh, the ball was there and he went one way then the other. It looked like it was from behind when the challenge actually made connection. This might be a straight red card. Oh, it might go from bad to worse. It has. It did. I swear Esposito's still on up top. It's not made my sub, even though the ball's gone out of play. Chaibi and Fresneda haven't come on. It's not made my substitution because number 13 Esposito is still playing up top. So I have 3 defenders on and it's not actually changing anything. It's not making my substitutions for me either. Good. That's lovely. That's handy, innit? Cheers, game. Just leave me a defender short. Ferguson and Esposito. Oh, what a challenge. Frimpong. Well into Kuiper. Musa into the middle, looking for and finding Dovbyk. Who will look for and find Esposito. Who will look for and find Yunus Musa. It's not a bad ball. It's not a great ball. Esposito's touch is terrible. 2 minutes added on. Pepelu. Where do I go though? That's the thing. Where do I go? There's just no options. The 4-4-2 don't work against Bayern. Offensively or defensively, I have no options anywhere. going one way, and I can't get close to them going the other. That was as one-sided a game as we've seen all season. Well, we have dropped to 3rd in the Premier League table. Chelsea have won their game in hand, and there is a point between City and Chelsea and a point between Chelsea and me. We are up against Manchester City next. Goal difference to them is fine, because obviously if we beat them, then it will come in our favour, at least get a lot closer. Chelsea is a conundrum at the moment. All we can do is hope to win all of our remaining games. We actually have the... Is the FA Cup final in the next episode? No. The FA Cup final is in the episode after the next episode. We've City away, Bayern at home, Man United at home. I think the Champions League is... I'll give it everything, but... The FA Cup is doable, but City's going to be a tough game. And the Premier League is doable, but we've got a difficult run in, and we're in 3rd at the moment. Wish me luck. I'll see you in the next one.